Hi honey bunnies, so it's Badass Big Girl. This is the last video to the part 3, well, to the 3-part video series. I'm talking about these Crisom Pro Pens. I purchased from him and they were all on sale for $10. Now they retail for $24.50. I know I told y'all late and I'm so sorry y'all didn't get the sale, but yeah, they're now $24.50, which is still pretty good for them. They may go back on sale again, but I have 4 of them. I have shade 7, which is a brown with a red undertone, and this I probably won't use because it's too close to my skin tone, and plus I don't like red undertone browns, but I'll use this on a client. This shade right here is 1.3, which is a very light shade. Of course, it's too light for me, but again, I bought this to use on a client. This shade right here is number 3, which is the perfect golden undertone for brown girls. I think golden tan concealers, or this is more like really like a cream foundation, but I used it as a concealer to highlight with, and it goes great with my skin tone. And this right here, which is the deepest shade that Crisom offers, which is number 8, which is a perfect contour color because it's very deep, very rich, but it blends out so well. You can't really tell that this is what I have on my contour because it just blends out marvelously. So I will leave a link to Crysom's website if you want to go make purchases for these particular ones. I also did the rest of my face along with it, and I showed you guys the blush I was using, which is this gorgeous blush from Milani, which is Rose de Aura, and I also use this on my eye look because I've been using this blush for everything, but it's great. But I just want to show y'all this like really fast. I'm just gonna swatch it on my hand like that. It's everything. Like the blush is it's just a really pretty rose gold like blush, and it blends in really good. So yeah, okay. So if you want to see how I do my cream highlighting contouring with my Crisom Pro Pens, please keep watching. Thank you guys so much for watching me and bearing with me on my videos. And happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Let me know down below, like, what are y'all doing for Valentine's Day? I don't got nobody, so either I'm going out with my friends or I'll probably be at home. It ain't no big deal to me. But let me know what y'all doing below, and if y'all want to keep the 3-part videos going or anything else, you know, feel free to keep me up on Instagram, Facebook. Leave a comment down below and make sure that you like the video. Bye y'all. Okay, so my foundation is already done. I'm using the Crisom Pro Pen in the shade number 3, and I'm going directly under my eye and down the side of my nose, and I am going on my nose some, and this will help with the contouring of my nose. So I'm taking a flat foundation brush and I'm just patting that in. As you see, I'm doing patting motions. I'm not really wiping it or swiping it across my face, just doing patting motions. That gives it sort of like an airbrush look, and it also helps because I have dark circles under my eyes, so swiping it sometimes can move the product. I want it to stay on there to cover up the dark circles so I can get that gorgeous glow under my eyes. Okay, you're going to take it down the bridge of your nose. You're going to take it on your forehead. Make sure you bring it directly over your eyebrows so they blend in, so there's not a gap there of light to dark or dark to light. And also on your chin, and then bring it into your cupid's bow. Make sure that you go back in and you blend everything out with the brush, and then I'm going to follow up with my beauty blender. I always wet it first. It helps. This cream foundation is going to help it blend out a lot better if you wet any tool that you use to blend it out with. Of course, this gets very repetitive. I mean, we all know how to blend out with a beauty blender, but if you don't, this is how you do it. You just take it and you just pat it and you blend everything out. And as you see, the concealer blend, I mean, this cream foundation, I have to use the same cream foundation because that's what it really is. It blends out so great. Like, even if you put too much on, it still blends out so great. You can really dull it down if you need to. And always go back in with your foundation brush or whatever other tool you want to use. Blend out the edges and blend it into your foundation that's already on your face. Okay, I'm using my Midnight Translucent Powder in Topaz, and I'm using this with a puff pad or a puff sponge or whatever you want to call it. You can get these very cheaply from Elf, and they come like $1 for 8 in a pack. You take some translucent powder or whatever type of setting powder you want to use, and you just take and put some on your pad, wipe the excess off, and pat it under your face. This was going to help a lot with girls who have creasing under eyes. My under eyes crease like crazy. I hate it. It's like nothing ever really works, but this really works the best for the creasing under eyes. Okay, so this is the AJ Crimson Pro Pan in 8. This is the very deepest, darkest shade that he has, and it's very, very dark. I'm going back in with that same foundation brush, and I'm just taking a little bit, and I'm going around the perimeter of my face. Usually people say go in a 3 on the side of your face, like on your forehead, your cheeks, and then under your jawline. I don't go under my jawline because it's not going to really make a difference, because it's already dark under there. So it would be pointless to put more product down there, and it's not going to make a difference. So I don't do that part, but I do the side of my forehead, around it, and the side of my face, well, in my jaws and my cheeks. And I always go down the side of my nose. I don't put any extra product on the brush because I don't want my line to be harsh on my nose. And you always bring it up some into the corner of your nose. I am going to redo this video because, as you can see, I was covering up my face most of the time, so I do apologize about that, but this is going to get redone. I'm using this very great synthetic face brush, and I'm wetting it because, again, with these cream foundations, if you get something, whatever tool that you're going to use, make sure that you wet it first, because when you wet it first, it blends them out so much better. It blends them out and it dyes it down. It dulls it down some, but it doesn't dull it down enough to where you can't see it. It just dulls it down enough to where it basically fades into your skin and gives you that natural contour look that you want, because we don't want it to look crazy. We want it to look more natural. I mean, you know I got makeup on, but it doesn't look like I have 1,000,000 pounds of makeup on. And I'm just going down, blending the side of my nose out. This part right here is really crucial to me because I cannot stand to have a line show up on my nose. Like, this is one of the things that I feel like even some of the top-notch makeup artists have problems with, and that I see what they're contouring on their nose, because I see the lines. I don't like to see the lines, so I make sure that I blend it out very well. This is Chestnut from Black Radiance, and I'll use my Ebony Girl bronzer, of course. I mix those together because the Chestnut, it kind of powders my face, and you can still see the contour, but it kind of gives it like that 3D effect, because the Chestnut is not as deep as the contour is. And I mix it also as well with the Ebony Girl bronze. I just like the Chestnut because it's more cool. It's not as red, reddish brown as the Ebony Girl bronze is. But I always use the Ebony Girl bronze on my nose because the Ebony Girl bronze is very subtle on my skin because it's not as dark. And again, I don't like my contour to be really harsh on my nose at that. Okay, so I'm just going to use that 3 shade like I did under my eyes with the Beauty Blender, and I'm just going to gently go under my contour. As you can see, this gives it that extra pop. As you see one side of my face to the other, just that little step made my contour just that more fierce. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. Just go under it. You don't need that. I only dabbed a little bit on there, just a little bit, and I just took it under there, and I'm just working it, blending it out into my skin under my contour, because it gives your contour that extra pop without you having a harsh line. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with this gorgeous blush that I've been in love with for the past 2 or 3 weeks. This is Rose de Aura from Milani, and I use this also for my eye look. sometimes I use this as a highlight, because for the majority of the time this only shows up on my skin as a highlight. It doesn't show up as a blush too much unless I'm really heavy with it, which I'm not, because it has so much shimmer in it. So I use this as a highlight as well. This is NYX lip pencil in the color brown. I'm lining my lips with it to get it ready for my nude lips. I did want to kind of do a bright pink, but I said I wasn't going to go overboard. I was going to do a very gentle and pretty Valentine's Day look. So I'm going to use my nude truffle from the Maybelline's Bluffs collection. And I'm going to go over it with Angel Food Cake Butter Gloss from NYX, which is a gorgeous pinky nude, but it only looks good on top of nudes for me, because it's too pink to be wearing it on its own. I'm just mixing those in together and blending out that lip liner. Okay, and don't forget to set your face. I OD on the setting spray because I like it to look dewy and fresh. Sorry, I do. I OD. Alright, honey, give you face, give you face, give you face. Alright, and bye, y'all.